Usually you see actors doing a heel turn, but in the case of Rachel Zegler, she already was a heel, and it looks like she's taking a turn to becoming a baby face. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Let's get into this right here. Rachel Zegler appeared to take a shot at Lucasfilm after a Star Wars What If show was rumored. Yeah, Rachel Zegler taking shots at Lucasfilm. I guess that goes to show you just how terrible that brand really is when you have Rachel Zegler, who was seemingly single-handedly destroying the Snow White film with all of her comments at D23 back in 2022, is, is now going after Lucasfilm. You really can't make this up. So we had this report here from the Hollywood Handle. They were reporting on a scoop from Daniel RPK, who probably posted something behind his Patreon wall because that's pretty much where he puts all of his scoops. I don't think he puts any of them public anymore. It's all behind a Patreon wall now. But anyways, he claims that Lucasfilm is developing a what if style show for Star Wars. If you're unfamiliar with What If, the official description from Marvel Studios and Disney Plus explains What If flips the script on the MCU, reimagining famous events from the films in unexpected ways. I think if you're going to do this with Star Wars, they already kind of do it in a anthology form. They publish it in a book. It's called From a Different Point of View, and usually will retell some major event from some obscure character that they obviously probably created, or makes a like 30-second appearance in the films and create a story based on that character's point of view of like what happened. For example, there's a story in one of the anthologies about the guy who walks in between Han and Leia while they're on Hoth at the beginning of The Empire Strikes Back. So those are the kind of stories that they kind of do. But obviously, I think if you're going to do a more what if thing, you might want to be looking at more prominent characters than that guy. If they're doing an animated show on that. So, anyways, that is the rumor. And then Zegler reacted to it. She posted this: "What if somehow Palpatine returned?" So she's making fun of them because they did bring Palpatine back. It's not a what if, that actually happened. So she is mocking Lucasfilm for bringing back Sidious and Palpatine and pointing out how absolutely terrible that decision was. And indeed, it was terrible. I mean, just to see how this is being mocked, I think this video here from Dinaren Blanc, who only has less than 1,000 subscribers. I think it has like almost 2 million views. Like, and then this is Oscar Isaac's podium, and this is from the movie. And then he adds this little blooper reel, or I guess it's not really a blooper reel, but it's like that. He adds a sound effect to it because it's like so absolute cringe. People are just mocking this, and Rachel Zegler is now joining in on it. But let's take a listen.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Let's watch it again because it's just too funny.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned. So I don't know if I hope Rachel Zegler is mocking this. I mean, she can't be that kind of out of touch that she doesn't realize that Palpatine did indeed come back in Star Wars. But I'm going to go on the assumption that she is making fun of this, and I just think that's absolutely hilarious. She's definitely, I think, trying to endear herself to people after she completely turned them off with a lot of her comments about Snow White, how she acted during the SAG-AFTRA strike. She just kind of gave off this like very entitled, snotty vibe that she was putting out there, and I don't know if that's like what her PR people were trying to groom her to be, or if that's who she really is, because we've seen her like make some of the most nastiest comments ever on X. I mean, she was just dogging Jeremy Renner while he was in a custody battle with his ex-wife, and some of the most nastiest mudslinging was going on, and Rachel Zegler decided to join in and attack Jeremy Renner on that. We know she was part of the mob that was piling on Gina Carano. She was obviously encouraging her followers to pile on to that mob as well. So she does have she's done some like really awful stuff. And I don't think this like is anywhere near like endearing her to to people or forgives her for what she's done. I don't think she has apologized for any of that stuff, either publicly or privately. I think she should probably apologize publicly because it is a public scandal. Her tweets did create public scandal, but it is interesting to see that this does look like a babyface turn for her. And one of the ways she's doing that is literally attacking a Walt Disney Company property in Star Wars. And that just shows you just how terrible the state of Star Wars is. Interestingly, she would also post this though. So it seemed like she got serious really quick after she posted this. So in a follow-up tweet, she says, as a fan of the comics, I would like to throw my hat in the ring to voice Shara Bay, mother of Poe Dameron, because her ship was an RZ-1, my initials, for Green Squadron. So that character did indeed appear in the Marvel comics when they launched, when they wrote them in like 2020. I think the original series was like 2016, but this was the Charles Soule series when he took over the main Star Wars series, and the sales were already like way down by then. But as Zegler does note, Bay was an A-wing pilot of Green Squadron who fought for the Rebel Alliance. She would also receive a Force-sensitive tree from Luke Skywalker, which she cared for at her home on Yavin 4 following the war. It's on Yavin 4 that she raised Poe Dameron with her husband, Kes Dameron, and served as part of the planet's civil defense force. You can see her right there. So obviously she would want to be part of a, from a different point of view, story featuring Shara Bay and voicing her. So it's interesting. She goes from mocking it to being like, I want to be in this. So kind of like, what is it like, using the carrot and then the stick at the same time. So but this is what Rachel Zegler is up to now, making fun of Lucasfilm and projects that they have in the works, while all at the same time trying to get a job. So I just find it hilarious. I find it absolutely hilarious that Rachel Zegler is attacking Star Wars, making fun of it. You really just can't make it up. And I just think that, again, I've probably said it too many times, but it just goes to show you the state of the Star Wars brand. It's absolutely dead when you have Rachel Zegler making fun of it. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.